Hello, my name is Ilona Richter and I want to present to you an ethics case. Let's first look at the Real Estate Agents Act of 2008. The Act states that the purpose is to promote and protect the interests of consumers in respect of transactions that relate to real estate and to promote public confidence in the performance of real estate agency work. In light of this, let's look at our story that starts in 2021. This was also featured in the New Zealand Herald. Ex-real estate agent Nick Hoogwerf, who forged valuation, is barred from sector and fined $14,000. So let's look at the facts of this story. Nicholas Hoogwerf was found guilty of disgraceful conduct under Section 73 of the Real Estate Agents Act. Nicholas Hoogwerf was during this time a salesperson in the employment of City Realty, also known as Ray White. It is regarding a property he attempted to purchase for himself in Mount Eden in Auckland. During an auction of this property, which was listed by a colleague of his, Mr. Hoogwerf was the highest bidder. Hoogwerf was required to provide a registered valuation to the vendors to validate a consent form allowing him as an agent to the listing agent to bid on the property. So basically it's because he was known to the vendors, he had to actually submit a valuation form as well as a consent form to validate that he is in fact a legitimate buyer. Mr. Hoogwerf sent his colleague a valuation report in the name of a reputable valuation company. Hoogwerf, however, sent full versions of the valuation report to the vendor over a few hours on November the 9th. Each version contained errors. The errors were quite obvious. Things like incorrect vendor and agency details, photos of different properties, missing certificates or title information, incomplete section, and incorrect reference numbers. The vendor therefore reached out to the valuation company to discuss the document. The valuation company denied that they ever conducted such a valuation, and they confirmed that Mr. Hoogwerf forged the document. The complaint was then made by the valuation company to bring attention to Mr. Hoogwerf's dishonest conduct. So what did the tribunal actually find? So first of all, the tribunal has a responsibility to penalize guilty parties, and the aim of this is to comply with the Real Estate Agent Act. The tribunal considerations. So first of all, he was only 7 months in the employment of Ray White or City Realty when he was actually found guilty. However, Mr. Hoogwerf initially denied wrongdoing. In fact, he perpetuated this crime 4 times. He even went so far as to blame COVID-19. He also did not attend any of the proceedings, and he did not offer a good explanation as to why he conducted in such a way. So the tribunal penalties, first of all, he was found guilty of the $14,500, which was the cost of the tribunal proceedings. He was ordered that any current employment of him or engagement with any real estate agency is not permitted. And then furthermore, he is prohibited any real estate agency from employing or engaging with him in connection with real estate agency work for 5 years. So in conclusion, what do we learn? The tribunal emphasized that Hoogwerf's action undermined consumer trust and the integrity of the real estate profession. The forgery of the document, even though the transaction would not have benefited him financially, was still found to be on the higher end of dishonesty and found to be a misconduct. It was therefore necessary to penalize Mr. Hoogwerf in order to protect the interest of the public and to hold people working in the real estate to account and to raise the industry standard in general. Thank you.